and welcome back to part 20 of my Let's Play of the ARR or Realm Reborn content of Final Fantasy XIV. I went on hiatus for a little bit to play some of the current patch 6.1 content and otherwise just take a break, but now I figure, why not come back and look into continuing the MSQ. So, here we are, recruiting the realm. We have to talk to Alpha now. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. What journey? But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Well, he's had how long since I decided to pause from this? Okay. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Myrokos. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you are free for other duties. Minfilia, what will thou have of me? Heretical harassment. Minfilia appears eager to welcome you back to Revenant's Toll. Greetings, Myrokos. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I am afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Okay, so we gotta head out. Alright, Slathborn, what's up? What can I do for you, Myrokos? I thought you'd have your hands full helping me out with this new arm of the Scions. I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. Eh? Well, that's kind of him to care, but, you know, he has, managing the security of the place? Somehow I'd think he'd have a slightly more troublesome set of demands given the fact that he has to deal with all of those people coming through. It concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. I should hope so, but I somehow doubt it. Slathborn, the shipment. We couldn't. Oh, what now? Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll. Provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe that they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Fortin. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Myrokos, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fortin? I am. I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. True enough, they don't trust easily. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Hoshafat will be glad of your assistance. Yeah, no worries. Hoshafat's awesome. He was a little cold to me earlier, just wondering what I was doing passing through, but he seems perfectly fine. Thank goodness I can fly. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that fate. Can't even join it instantly because I'm too high level. Oop. Hello, Hoshafat. Well, if it isn't my fine friend Myrokos Tia. See? Told you he was a good friend. Would you care for a plate of roast caracol? Some mulled wine? Yes, please. Can I have some? No? Dang. I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. Well, I'd be happily take a meal, but, whatever, there is urgent business. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. No, it isn't. Since when is there ever a coincidence in this game? When the cold sets in. And we get choice of armor or Lord Hoshafat awaits confirmation of the reason for your visit to Camp Dragonhead.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Sure, why not?
Hallone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
I gladly accept. Oh man, I like Hoshafah. Furtive bands of men have been spied by patrols out of Whitebrim Front. Mayhap Lord Drillamont will know more of the brazen heretics we seek. Okay. So Whitebrim Front it is. And let's not fall off the edge. This is not a safe spiral staircase for a tower. It's that is way too spacious for a tower like this. Myrokos, is there aught you would ask of me? Pray speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. Yeah, there was a supply caravan from Lord Hoshafont for Mordana, Revenant's Toll, hijacked by heretics. They seem to be coming from this area. What do you know of it? On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury! But you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization, but that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. That doesn't sound good. I know not what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Alright, and here we go, off to the infirmary. Once we get out of the tower. Up. Yes, he is up. Mistreated merchant. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to Whitebrim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I heard the distinct words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Lovely. Search the wilds of Snowcloak and defeat any heretics you encounter. Uh-oh. And you know what? I'm going to move this around just a little. Just for now, since I'm not using some of these buttons. Okay, they ambushed people there, but not there, okay? Uh-oh. Lovely. Okay. Big boom booms. Okay, house surrender night. Gah! Draw your weapon, fool! Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics. I am. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone. Vanished like icy wraiths. My cat ears never fail. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself, come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. 'Twould be best were we to return to Whiteburn Front and lay our suspicions to rest before Lord Drillamont. Okay, back to Whiteburn Front. Myrokos, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily, I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may very well be the lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Horshafaw of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Yep. Yes. Flying through snow-covered Kurthus at night. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, they're in Snowcloak.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Yeah, she and her followers are in Snowcloak.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Giving the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
I really like Horshafa. Pray tell the frontier hands to fret not over stolen supplies. 'Tis but a pittance compared to the rewards we shall reap for having a solid stronghold in Mordona. I'm currently trying to see about getting these empty squares to not be visible, and this. Where is the, I am setting this new control settings. Character. No. Hotbar settings, hide unassigned slots. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta search around. And actually, I think what I will do is I will move that over there, and then that up there, just in case I need it. Myrokos, 'tis good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Kurthas? House Fortin is to send a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Hoshafar for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. What to choose? Well, I do have a tank as a second job, so maybe get the tank head. Or 1,000 gal. Let's get the tank headpiece. Brave new companions. And I've already got the headpiece there, I don't need that. If I decide to get a healer, I may need this. So, need that headpiece at some point. Brave new companions. Slathborn has news on the progress of the inaugural ceremony. While you were away in Kurthas, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I have taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Myrokos, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. Can I skip it? I kind of don't want to be there. I kind of want to do something else. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Honestly, with all of our different skill sets, you know, having matching uniforms seems redundant. Hello, Myrokos. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hearty defender of Limsa Lamensa, yet in truth I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Yep. Here's your ultramarine uniform, a deep blue uniform crafted specifically for Alphino's new trial organization. Oh, now that is a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Well read. Little Alamigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll, that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. Sorry about that, something just came out, so yeah. Here's your uniform. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. I'll save Real for last. Or you should have saved Well Read for last. Myrokos Tia! Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. Yeah, and I got a new uniform for you. 'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Oh boy. This person looks a little downtrodden. Illbird. I don't believe we've met. I am Illbird, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Alright, and you, Hase, I don't recall seeing you. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself, 'tis an investment in the future, thus do I sign my name to the cause. That is honeyed words but it's clear you want the money. So here's your uniform. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. See, I told you he wanted money. Okay, there's one over here, and then there are the two up there. Nope. Up on the wall. Laurentius. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. You're keeping a lookout. That's what you're doing. Ah, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my induction to the Wood Whalers. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Oh my. Okay. Leanne! Isildar is at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Yeah, and you can do it with this new uniform. Yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Yeah, I've got my own reservations about this. Something tells me not a lot of thought was put into it. Hello there, lad. Looking for me, was you? I'd just given a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear it amongst the bustle. Yeah, real, I doubt it. You would either. Vice versa. But you're going to be wearing this. That should help you be more recognizable to me. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood. This thing will cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry, though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Yeah, never hurts to customize. Now to speak with Alphino. Yes, Myrokos? Ah, Totaro mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Myrokos. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation, You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Yeah, Alphino hasn't thought about this. Lots of grandiose promises and ideals, but this seems a little thin.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were.
And yet you gave
We are
yourself
of
the
the same
title.
purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready. I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Who is
I see.
Kryl?
Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Probably.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Oh, I'm tempted to get that gear, but since I already have the gear I need, let's see, do Star Circlet, or headpiece for Bard. Let's get the headpiece for Healer just in case. I know I need extra gil, but if I decide to start a healer, might as well. Very good. See that... Oh no. Well, you'll be able to see that on the recording. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Ishgard. Oh no, the Asians. Elidibus is the one in white. I think that was La Habrea. Oh dear. The Asians are pulling the strings in Ishgard. This is not good. Oh, goodness. Let's see, traitor in the midst. Minfilia would have you assist Alphino in his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters. In particular, the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. He also thinks everything's already been completed to his satisfaction and ideal result, even if it's even in spite of everything pointing to the contrary. But he's a brat. He's a spoiled, rich brat. What do you expect? Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Wait. I thought I was his manservant. Didn't he call me his manservant not too long ago? Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Please give me a break from that guy. That kid, he's so annoying. Traitor in the midst. Yeah, that's, not suspicious at all. Oop, people are in new positions. We need to talk to everyone. What? From invoices to petitions, it's a war, Myrokos. That dusk is my front line, and I fear I have been overrun. Ilberd. Dispatch the first unit to Ul'dah. The second and fourth are to stand by for further orders. Okay, he's, busy. Dora and the Dorms. Many of my countrymen are skilled with the bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the Braves' cause. I only hope we can be of some small assistance. Ida and Papalimo together. In which event we must guide them to Little Alamigo, else we condemn them to certain death. Ida, what did I just tell you? Condemn refugees to death. Wait a minute, that's not right. She's not listening. Okay. Higiri. In traditional Doman cuisine, we strive for perfect balance, not only of flavor and texture, but also of nutrition. For a meal to be truly satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses. If Higiri and our more skilled culinarians worked closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes sure to satisfy Eorzean and Doman alike. Yes, 'twould be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom a peerless beauty in her own right, the blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. I'll get to Alphino in a bit. Those azure uniforms are really rather striking, but I think I shall remain a scion for the nonce. These walls have become my home, and the scions my family. Besides, I'm not sure blue is really my color. No, the green is definitely your color. Just as Hori's breeches bring out the red in his. Look forward, never back, devote yourself only to the present. This is what I've learned from the Domans. Good philosophy. Okay, Alphino, what do you want? What is it, Myrokos? And do be concise, I am rather busy. Really? Standing idle, not doing anything, this is your definition of busy? Okay. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services. We are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Myrokos. Okay, you want me to talk to... Honestly, you could have just told me yourself. That would have been quicker, but whatever.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Okay.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies.
Uh-oh.
Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ.
Let it ride.
We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
The fact that I am an immortal flame is, a little disturbing. Okay.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
Yeah, apparently there's a traitor in our midst.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
That's right.
But you,
I'm the
Hilbert,
hero.
you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
You're welcome. Okay. Back and forth. Back and forth. The blue crests. Okay, that's for some of the PvP stuff. Back and forth. Ilberd is eager to continue his investigation into the Garlean spy known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levier. Okay. Some people have moved again. Okay, they've got the same dialogue. Oop. What was that? Where have those younglings disappeared to? Making the most of their newfound freedom, no doubt. Yeah, where are those kids? No. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Guardians are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardon, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Guardians with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now Alianne of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle near the entrance to the Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Right, I'm indoors in an instanced area. Sanctuary area, I can't mount up, I'm tempted. I mean, Lorelai's like, quick, go, okay? Summon the mountain, just go. Like, that would be impressive. Just getting rid of the wildlife so that hopefully I am not too overburdened. Nothing worse than getting interrupted. Hang in there, Rash. We'll free you yet. You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be Even as we speak, the Guardians may be interrogating Resh or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as Mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. While the remnants of the Fourth will infiltrate Castrum Sentry, please help us find Resh before it is too late. Okay, fine, I'll just, fly over. What? Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place, Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garlands will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Wish cannot move without these wounds. Thank you. Okay. What's wrong? Geeky. What's the matter? Is this thing stop playing? This is serious? And now for the last one. Easy. And this is why you never... this is why I hate this part of the map, because you're always placed right next to a mob that wants to kill you. Okay. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we have suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Leveilleur. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. It does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Myrokos. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Myrokos, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I am afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Carthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. And with that, I think I will... Yeah, I'll have to end the stream here for now, as I gotta step away for a moment, but the next time I pick up with the stream, we will continue with this quest line. If you like what if you're watching this on YouTube, please follow me on Twitch to be kept apprised of when I go online. And if you like what you saw, please give me a like, share, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you anon, friends.